Lesson 1. Introduction. With the accelerating changes in the world's economy, one needs to be forward-thinking when planning and starting a business. Being in the here and now works for your mental health, but for business, look to the future. Throughout the years, changes in global market conditions have obliterated the notion of business as usual. Suddenly, every industry and sector was plunged into a digital-first environment. Overnight, remote work, seen as a gimmick to some, became the norm. Millions of workers found themselves working from home and completely rethinking their relationships with their managers and teams. Changes in how the economy works have forced executives and leaders to face the reality that even the most comprehensive strategic plans can't anticipate such drastic, unforeseen changes to the status quo. While world events can cause change, things are changing faster than ever in today's world of work. Take the food service industry, for example, where there was a shift toward ghost restaurants and less focus on dining in. This shift required restaurants, including restaurants that centered only on dining in, to optimize for delivery and carryout to stay afloat. Restaurant owners who already ran on razor-thin margins were now staring at empty dining rooms and being forced to rethink their entire business models. Buffet restaurants especially took the brunt of this cultural shift. After all, who goes to your local all-you-can-eat buffet for just one carry-out serving? The restaurants that survived managed to adapt in a world where dining was now less in style. Streamlining the drive-thru process, offering discounts on food delivery, and practicing limited dining in when restrictions lifted were just some ways. Another sudden change was the invention of the smartphone. Before the smartphone, the internet was limited to a desktop computer connected to a telephone jack or a laptop connected to Wi-Fi. Businesses thought this would last forever. Then, the phone arrived. Now, people had the internet in their pockets. Some companies thought it was a gimmick and did not optimize their websites for mobile phones, which would struggle to load a desktop version of their website. If a phone user went on a website and it did not load within a few seconds, that business could kiss their sales goodbye. Unfortunately, it doesn't take a sudden change to see companies slowly adapting to fast technology. In 2013, entrepreneur Scott Brinker proposed what he called Martech's Law. This law holds that technology changes exponentially, but that organizations adapt at a much slower rate, sticking to tech they're used to. Regardless of the slow adaptation, tech plays a larger role in work than ever before. For example, multiple people from around the country can connect through a cloud server and work on a single project. However, more hands do not mean faster working speeds. We see that demonstrated in the relatively low headcounts at many innovative organizations, especially in the tech sector. So, how can you prepare for today's sweeping changes? What about the tech of tomorrow? How can you start a business that is built to endure in today's period of constant fluctuation? This course will cover how to bring your business idea into reality, from a blueprint to a concrete plan. We'll cover each step you'll climb along the entrepreneurial path. You'll learn how to define your business idea, turn loose ideas swimming in your head into a cogent plan. You'll learn how to design your business model, one that makes sense for your market and competitors. We'll cover how to find your target market. You'll learn who your demographic is and how you can reach them. And we'll get into the nitty-gritty of what you need to know if you're considering franchising. Let's get started. First, ask yourself, how can I define my business idea? Every great business begins with a great idea, but some ideas are hard to define on paper and they lack focus. So how do you define your idea and focus your aim? First, realize that early ideas aren't profitable. A business idea on its own is filling a hole left in the market or a way to improve a service. While not valuable on their own, ideas can be the pathway to opportunity and profit when executed properly. Look at world-changing businesses like Facebook, Whole Foods, Google, and more. Of course, you don't have to reinvent the internet. Even the simplest of ideas can grow into billion-dollar business empires with the right implementation. So, how do you know if you have a brilliant idea with real potential for growth? When you're kicking the tires, look at these characteristics. The idea meets a real need or desire that people or the market has. It offers something new and innovative or improves on already established ideas. It's grounded in reality. If the tech or the budget isn't there, it's not a good idea. This idea can generate profit. It's sustainable, not just for the environment, but for your long-term goals. Know the difference between passion and profit. Your business should reflect your interests. Starting a business consisting of something you're not interested in is a recipe for failure. However, not all passions are sustainable as a business. Excitement is not a guarantee that an idea is a viable business opportunity. To measure an idea's potential, ask yourself these questions. Does your idea fulfill a real need expressed in the marketplace? What's fresh and exciting about your idea? Who would your target customers be? Why would they come to you as opposed to your competitors? How much is your target audience willing to pay? No idea is flawless. What's your idea's biggest weakness? Can you improve upon the weakness? What challenges could keep you from turning your idea into a reality? Is there a way to get past the roadblocks? Can your side hustle become a business? Many entrepreneurs start small. Rarely do they transition from a 9-to-5 to owning a profitable business. Many entrepreneurs, especially in modern times, often begin exploring an idea as a side hustle or a small business that can be done in addition to your main job. A side gig can be an excellent way to get a feel for a potential business without losing the safety net of a full-time job. Others use their day jobs to help provide seed funding and capital for future business plans. If you try a side hustle and enjoy it, how can you take the next step in turning your passion project into a full-fledged business? Ask yourself probing questions. What exactly is your product or service? Describe it in as much detail as possible. How will you make money and replace or surpass the income from your day job? What's your expected revenue stream? How will you reach customers? Are they the type to still read newspapers, or will you need to bring out the targeted social media ads? What kind of team do you need around you, and do you have what it takes to manage them? In some cases, your business may be a one-person show. However, most need helpers. Scope out the competition. You're going to have rivals. Coke has Pepsi, Hyatt has Hilton, and you too will face competitors. Even in a new and disruptive space, there will be incumbents, upstarts, and all manner of competitors to ward off. After all, there was a time when there was only one airline, one soda company. Then, competition appeared to offer their own take on the services the original provided. Researching your rivals is key to making sure your business can go the distance. When researching, check websites of similar businesses for insights on pricing and strategy. Can you offer competitive rates? Read up on industry publications and even publications in adjacent industries to gain a broader perspective. If you don't read, you're not going to succeed. Investigate how similar businesses market and present themselves to potential customers. Can you market smarter for less money? Identify business opportunities. Researching the competition lets you see business opportunities the competition may not have noticed. It's your chance to seize them. Every challenge or trend offers opportunities for new business and economic development. In the past, the world experienced a superconductor shortage. This shortage created new opportunities in the technology industry. Another example is the climate change crisis, which is leading to a higher demand for clean energy tech and renewables. Watch the news and put it through an entrepreneurial lens. Ask yourself, where is the opportunity in this challenge? Tune in to what customers have to say. While it's been challenged, the phrase, "the customer is always right," is still valuable advice. To be a trendsetter, listen closely to what your customers and prospective customers are saying. Read forums, listen to reviews, fill out surveys, and do whatever it takes to get the customer's opinions. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos famously identified customer obsession as one of the e-commerce giant's top principles, and he was even known for keeping an empty seat at meetings with top Amazon executives. The empty seat was there to represent the customer. Here are some ways you can stay attuned to what customers are saying. Use online forums like Yelp and Amazon, where customers share their honest opinions and views with great candor. Listen to all sides, from positive to negative to the in-betweeners. Obviously, not all customer reviews are valuable. Look for reviews that have constructive feedback. If you have the means, Interview customers directly through focus groups and prototyping sessions. Pursue changes that open new opportunities. Too many entrepreneurs are resistant to change, and they get swept away because of this. Drastic change can be intimidating, but is often necessary to find success. Few people, if anyone, have won by resisting change. Rather than try to avert or stop the inevitable, figure out how changes will lead to new opportunities. When the internet first became a mainstay in households in the early 90s, entrepreneurs saw the enormous potential it held. New industries sprang up overnight as businesses suddenly needed a digital presence to compete. Meanwhile, businesses that thought the dot-com boom was some sort of gimmick ended up failing. What trends do you see today that are driving the next great boom in business ideas? It could be regulatory changes, the rising demand for clean energy, or the growth of cryptocurrencies. Any major development can lead to new opportunities. Do you have a promising idea? Why not test it? A stress test can be a great way to figure out if your idea is truly effective. It may involve a simulation that tells you how your business will fare in an economic crisis. How can you describe your business in 2 sentences? Think of your business as an elevator pitch. What are the 3 most important features of your product? Why? What basic customer needs does your service meet? Who are your likely customers? Anticipate disruptive innovations, opportunities, and cautions. Be aware that disruptions to the market can end your business. Just look at Blockbuster and Kodak, once successful businesses that were left behind by the changing times. By the time they tried to adapt to their competition, it was too late. Always look over your shoulder for unexpected competitors, market entrants, and significant shifts to your industry. Traditional phone companies never saw flip cameras coming. Don't be a VCR in a streaming world. Look ahead to the future and try to anticipate tomorrow's changes. Never dismiss your competition as a gimmick. Get a second opinion. A second pair of eyes can help you find mistakes you've missed or offer honest feedback. Soliciting second opinions from peers, colleagues, and community members you respect can help anticipate upcoming shifts. But be careful whose insights you seek out. Friends and family members may be quick to offer their thoughts, but most who are close to you have a bias and don't want to be too harsh. Find people who will offer objective advice. Design your business model. An early business model is a core concept for building your overall business plan. Virtually every business needs to have a business model in place before even beginning to set goals. Whether you're a potential Fortune 500 company or a startup, you'll need a blueprint. Models can evolve, but you need a solid foundation. Common business models include razor and blades. This business model involves the main item being sold for a lower price, but the accessories being sold for higher. In the case of a razor and blades, the razor handle, along with the blade it usually includes, is cheap. However, buying additional blades can cost more money. Inverted razor and blades. This model is the exact opposite. Apple is a good example. Their hardware is known for being expensive, but their software is much more affordable. Cheap chic. These are pieces of merchandise that look luxurious but are affordable. Anything you would find at Target is a good example of cheap chic. Target market analysis. Follow these steps to figure out the best way to approach your respective market. Examine the current marketplace. Find an industry you have knowledge and passion for the work ahead. Get your niche right. Make sure you appeal to enough customers without trying to be all things to all people. Having a small audience may benefit you, especially in the initial stages. Facebook started as a social media website for college students before expanding their services. Doing this research will enable you to set your business model apart through differentiation from the competition. Make your model difficult to copy. Strive to be different, and set yourself up for success with goods or services that are hard to copy or replace. Patent or trademark your hard work to protect it from competitors. Consider your competitive advantage. Remember the roles that branding and customer loyalty play in building a business that's made to last. Customers will walk past many alternatives to Starbucks because of a personal connection they feel to the look and feel of the brand. In the case of a local coffee shop, there may be more of an understanding of the culture of the local area than what a worldwide corporation can deliver. Should you consider a franchise? Becoming a franchisee is one choice you can make in a business plan. Networking with a franchise that already exists can help entrepreneurs who don't want to build an idea from scratch. There is a well-worn path to success in running a McDonald's. Becoming a franchisee enables you to follow this path to success. The three types of franchises include traditional franchises, such as businesses selling products manufactured by the franchisor. Think McDonald's selling Coke products. Business format franchising, offering a complete system for delivering a franchisor's product or service. Think restaurants using DoorDash when they don't have delivery drivers of their own. And social franchising, a newer form of franchising in which franchising techniques and methods are applied to achieve socially beneficial needs. Like any business, a franchise requires working with a wide variety of stakeholders and investors. You'll need the same collaborative and teamwork qualities in order to survive and thrive as a franchisee. It can require you to have negotiation skills and for you to be mindful of any deals you make. The advantages and disadvantages of becoming a franchisee. On the downside, franchisees can't change the branding of the franchise. If you make pizzas, McDonald's probably won't sell your pizzas because of how they work, though they've tried. Look it up. On the upside, franchisees are able to build from a solid foundation to scale a business that has worked elsewhere. Let's conclude with a few questions recapping this lesson. Question: which is a characteristic of a good business idea? A. The idea meets a real need or desire. B. The idea offers something new and innovative. C. The idea is grounded in reality and can generate money. D. All of the above. The best answer is D. All of the above. Question: write down some methods of investigating potential competitors in your market space. Potential answers include checking websites of similar businesses and rivals for insights, reading up on industry perspectives,